Alrighty, welcome back to Let's Play Mega Man 2 for the Game Boy. Last time I left off just about to face off against Needle Man, so let's head on in and get it done. Needle Man is weak against Top Man's weapon, and he's got two forms of attack. Far away, he'll launch a bunch of needles at you. When you get close, he'll do that headbutt attack. So, Needle Man's, or Top Man's weapon's pretty suicidal. It's close range only, basically. Well, I can't even call it a melee attack. You basically have to be right on top of him. There's basically no way to not take damage from it unless you're just ridiculously good. So, as long as you go in with about half-life, you'll get out fine. And from Needle Man, we get ourselves the Needle Cannon, which is going to prove very useful in our next fight against Magnet Man. Let's head on in. This is another level that's relatively faithful to the Nintendo version of the game. Level starts off basically the same. Gotta be careful of these magnet guys. They'll drag you right into a pit if you're not paying attention. Right, full on energy tanks. Continuing on. Alright, unlike the Nintendo version, those homing shots cannot be destroyed by your Mega Buster. Makes these guys a little bit more of a pain. Still, they're not too much of a problem to dodge, just gotta take it easy. Wait a second for these guys. Only one really good time to jump down, and it's right there. Alright, now that was a mistake on my part. I should have stayed on top of the ladder and let them fall to their deaths. They're going to reappear now. Not too tough. Just gotta jump and start shooting. My favorite way to take care of guys above you, air cannon. Jump. Well, the disappearing block section in this level's remarkably easier in comparison to the Nintendo version. Especially when you're like me and you cheat and use Rush Jet. And we just fly right on over it. I didn't do it where there's a trick to conserving Rush Jet's energy. Basically, the jet only consumes power while you're actually physically in contact with Rush Jet. So if you're going across like a huge gap, instead of using like half of Rush's energy like I did, you can actually jump up and down, and you'll use up a lot less energy because it only takes up energy while you're in contact with Rush Jet. So by jumping up and down, you really limit how much energy you take up. Some spots you can get away with using absolutely no energy at all if you time it right. Well, let's refill air cannon. Head on up. Almost to the boss. Take this guy out, jump a shot. Hey, look, a door. Now then, equip ourselves with Needle Man's weapon. Strangely enough, Magnet Man, being made of magnets, is of course weak against anything metal. He's actually weak against Metal Man and Needle Man's weapon, but since Needle Man's weapon fires a lot more quickly, I'm far more of a fan of using that. Alright, now let's try that again without sucking quite so much. Only problem with Needle Cannon is, despite the fact you can shoot 4 shots with it, there's a delay. So if there's one needle on screen, you can't shoot anymore. Alright then, that was far harder than it should have been. I think overall, Magnet Man in this version of the game probably had the biggest jump in difficulty from the NES version to this. The Nintendo version, I go after Magnet Man first on a regular basis, and rarely do I even end up taking a hit because his magnet pattern is so much easier to dodge. His room is very big, it's very spread out. But anyway, let's leave that minor bit of failing behind and head on for Hard Man stage. Another stage that its music is not quite as fantastic as the Nintendo version. These guys are great. They're like evil versions of the birds from earlier. They drop their little, well, they look like clamshells, and they explode into 5 bees, and they'll home in on you. But easy way to take them out, just equip Wooden Man's weapon, and they won't even touch you. Now we're going to take the upper path here. Both paths are guarded by Hammer Joes, but the top path is where we want to go, because the bottom path just leads to a free guy, which we don't especially need. Alright, and for any confusion, because there are some people that are confused of why they're called Hammer Joes, because they're like, those aren't hammers. If you ever watch track and field and watch the hammer toss, those are the kind of hammers that they use. So, the name's right, it just seems it's always confused a lot of people, because most people associate hammer with, you know, the type of hammer that's used on nails. Anyway, let's continue on. I'm going to equip Magnet Man's weapon here. Now, I said I like to use Airman's weapon for guys that are above you, but these guys are immune to Airman's weapon. So 5 magnets will take them out. Oh, 4 magnets, I guess. And once again, the reason I did that is because I knew I had weapon energy coming up, so I can afford to be a little wasteful. Get him to drop down. So you can see it takes a lot more than 4 Mega Buster shots to take him out. And we'll refill some of our magnet energy. Monkey's here again, but obviously he's staring me in the face. It's going to be quite a bit easier to take him down this time. Continue up. Alright. Bad positioning. You're talking about the difference of a pixel or 2, but like I'm doing finally, after a bit of failure, you can position yourself so you can shoot Hammer Joe in the feet without taking any damage yourself. Get the monkey to drop down. And we'll continue up. Gonna head into a driving Met. Continue on. This outside portion's pretty fun. You just gotta keep moving. Don't worry about the thing dropping stuff. You're gonna get to the boss gate first. And Hard Man is weak against Magnet Man's weapon. Probably not going to have enough juice to kill him, especially considering the magnet missiles can get confused and go after the projectiles that he launches at you, but we should be able to give it a pretty good show. If you shoot him point blank, your magnet missiles are pretty much going to hit. I got lucky there and went 5 hits for 5 hits. A lot of times, if Hardman actually shoots at you and you shoot a magnet missile, about half the time the missile won't even get to Hardman. It'll kind of shoot off going after the fist that he launches at you. But we got a little bit lucky. You're able to keep him at close range. Only did 1 jump attack. So we took him out without any difficulty and got ourselves our hard knuckle. Ooh, what's this? A pit has opened up. I wonder where it goes. Find out next time when we play Mega Man 2. Head after Dr. Wily. Thanks so much for joining me. I'll see you next time.